JCO podcast. Um, it's me and Obi. We have a special guest, as you can see, Alex Mazur. So, woo. Okay, first off,
Happy to be here.
what college do you go to?
I attend the University of Wisconsin-Eau Claire, abbreviated UWEC, here
Perfect.
in Eau Claire. Really great college.
So what did so where are you majoring in?
My major is instrumental music education, so I'm studying to be a band director, either at a middle school or a high school.
Cool. Um, so what did UW Eau Claire do during this time of COVID?
Yeah, so I was actually, you picked a good person here. Um, over the summer, worked for the university in order to accommodate all the classrooms to be safe for students to come back to in the fall. So we went into every single classroom, basically on the entire campus, took out like almost 2/3 of the desks and chairs, spaced everything 6 feet apart, and um, and yeah, put hand sanitizer in every room. Um, yeah, just like really did what the university told us to try and make it safe. And so far, I think there's been like around zero cases transmitted from classrooms. So that's been a really good thing. But initially, right, I think March of last year, a couple days ago today, um, that's when the university like shut down because everything was still so fresh. So everyone got an extra week of spring break. That was right on the spring break week.
Okay.
And we all went home and attended the rest of that semester online, which was really tough, definitely. But this semester and the previous semester have been half and half. So some of my classes are online, but most of mine are in person as a music major.
Obi, do you have any questions?
You said high school or like middle school. Which one would you rather do?
I definitely want to do both at some point.
Right.
There are some districts that one teacher does both at the same time, and I think I wouldn't want to do that just because that would seem
Yeah.
like overwhelming. Um, but you know, I'd be happy with either to start. So whether it's just like what the best school that offers a job to me, I suppose I'll take, depending on whether that's high school or middle school.
So are you hoping
They're
to
both very different.
sorry. Are you hoping
Okay.
to stay in the area at all or
I would love to stay in the area. I have a unique situation just because Chippewa Falls is so close. That's where I went to high school.
yeah.
So like all of my connections from high school and college are all in this area. Whereas some people come from Appleton or Minnesota and kind of split up. But I feel like it would be nice to stay around with all the people that I know.
Yeah. So have you started the process of student teaching at all?
I'm very close. In the next couple of days, probably just a week or less, I'll get to my placement. So that'll tell me where I'll be
Okay.
for all of next semester. And I'm very excited for that.
Okay.
Do you know where you're gonna be doing that?
Nope, they'll let me know in that week.
Right.
So, coming up though.
So when did you decide on wanting to major into being a teacher for band and stuff?
Why did I decide?
Yeah.
Yeah, interesting story. I actually came to Eau Claire as a pre-engineering major, and I had a music minor. So, because I loved music, music was like one of my greatest passions all through high school, and since middle school. So I knew I wanted to keep music in my life. But like all of my family are engineers.
Okay.
So like I have mechanical engineers and electrical engineers in my family. And I know I just heard that makes a lot of money, and I liked math and science and was good at it, so I figured that would be a good fit for me. But it's also expensive, to go to a good school like Madison right out of college or right out of high school. So my plan was to come to Eau Claire, take some general classes for cheap, and be in as many ensembles as I could. Eau Claire is a really good music school.
Yeah.
But in that process, I met a lot of people who did music as their thing. So really cool, really amazing teachers, awesome fellow colleagues. I got to talk to them and why they were music majors and education people, and started to see myself in that role and was really excited about it. I made the switch freshman year, and early enough where the only class that I took that I didn't really need was Calc 2, but I like Calc, so it's not too bad.
So what's your favorite part of being a major in this?
I mean, getting to play trombone every day is definitely a great thing. I'm in a bunch of ensembles here, so I can show you one cool thing here. This is my alto trombone I get to use, so that's blue gold's there. That's our logo.
Okay.
We wear those in the blue gold marching band, like one of the largest marching bands in the country.
Yeah. This is a great transition for that.
Yeah,
What instruments can you play? Like, what's your
What
favorite instruments? Yeah.
Yeah, so as a band director, obviously you need to know how to play all of them, so you can
True.
teach all of them. So I took my last class that taught me instruments last semester, and I was string tech. So that taught me all the orchestra instruments, which I was a little bit nervous for because that's so different than anything else.
Yeah.
But I had a great time, especially bass. I really enjoyed playing bass. But other instruments, my first tech class was woodwind tech, so that taught me clarinet and saxophone, and then later I took oboe and flute and bassoon. Brass tech was pretty easy. I messed around. My brother plays baritone, so I got to mess around with his baritone and talk with Simon Arberg, who plays trumpets, and so basically any instrument you can name, I could play a major scale on, and a couple more stuff, which is really exciting. It's definitely fun, but trombone is my favorite just because I'm best at it.
Yeah.
But I really like piano, and I really like ukulele too. That's one that I learned on my own. But.
I have one more question that I have on my head right now. I'm wondering if you can remember back when me and Jackson were still in middle school, you came in and helped out with Mr. Olson and I think Mr. Collicott. But it was Halloween. Do you remember? You dressed up as a giraffe?
Yeah, I do enjoy that.
Yellow tights, giraffe hat.
Give me 1 second.
And he's gone.
Does he still have that giraffe hat? No way.
If he does, I will be surprised. And he does!
There's those tights, I still have them.
Oh,
wow.
Yeah.
Legendary.
One of the best outfits ever.
Oh, man.
By far. Nice.
Alright, we're getting close to the time limit. 2 minutes left. So, last question. Wait, what was our last question?
I don't know. You have paper.
Do you prefer, who do you prefer as a teacher? Mr. Renicky, Mr. Olson, or Mr. Collicott?
Oh my, you're making me pick. I choose Mr. Buckles.
Okay, that wasn't in the question, though. That was not the
He's
question.
the choir director.
Yeah.
I think he's retired now. I'm gonna choose Mr. Olson.
Yeah.
Just because, he's a trombone player. I took lessons from him for a little while. And I've been able to help with him, working with the middle school summer band program and stuff like that. I actually have his, this is his bass trombone here.
Whoa.
Oh.
So, he's letting me borrow it because I need it for school, and he doesn't play it very much. So
That's
I
cool.
also get to use his instrument, so that definitely gives him points.
Alright, Alex. Thank you for joining us in this interview. It was awesome. So, hope you guys... So, this is to my subscribers, me and Obi's. Subscribe, hit that like button. Hit the like button for more interviews with more people that play instruments or something like that. So, that would be definitely cool. Comment. So, thank you, and have a nice day.
Subscribe to the JCO podcast.
Yeah.